Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chan. Let's get into the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Looks like before Drew's sister had her mental break, she was on the road to exposing who Ralph really is. Controlling and manipulative, right? And for Drew to allow her sister to be banned from her house says a lot about how Ralph is controlling. But also, Ralph saying that he may not be here says a lot, like he may want to get back to Tampa. Have y'all noticed that Sheree has more merchandise on the show than she actually has on the website? And then she got the nerve to ask her brand manager, whoever this dude is, why he's not wearing a She by Sheree cap. Maybe because there are no She by Sheree caps. That's crazy. Y'all, Marlo looks so good in this like skin tone Moschino outfit that she has on, if that's what it is. She looks beautiful. I still want to know, before I get into this cackling that Candy and Sheree got into, how is Candy really okay with these confessional looks? Like, she put this afro wig on and said, this is it. Wait, Sheree asked Candy, has she bought anything yet? And then Candy said, have you put the stuff on sale? Sheree said it's been on sale for 2 months. And Candy still can't get online? Sheree, you gotta stop this, girl. So when Sheree talked about Candy's restaurant grade, Candy said she went back and passed it. Just like you put that She by She in. Like, that was crazy. But the thing is, I can get with Sheree about the fact that you don't drop everything at the same time. I understand that part. That makes sense to me. But you need to drop something and have it available. I'm yet to see an unboxing. So just like you know, if you go to Old Lady Gang and order food, it's going to come out late and cold. You also need to know if you go to Tags and buy some clothes, it's a one and done. According to Sheree. It's something about Sheree. I cannot put my finger on it. But it's not genuine. It's rehearsed. I don't know. If you understand what I'm saying, let me know how you feel about it. Because it's just something about her that's not quite right. I thought it was very cowardly and disrespectful for Ralph not to be up when Allison got there, right? Knowing that Drew wants them to talk things out. I can't with him. Then for him not to speak to her at the roller rink, right? But eventually they hugged and talked. So I hope that was genuine. You know what I'm saying? Why would Marlo call Drew to tell her about a blind date, knowing the status of their relationship? Knowing how Drew wants to get down to the bottom of it. Then Marlo hangs up. Then Marlo call that girl SpongeBob SquarePants. Y'all, I love the Marlo and Scott Lee. I could have did a whole hour of them. I love the way Marlo dressed. I liked how nervous she was. I liked the way he ordered. I think they look great. They both have records. Looks like they would have good bang bang together. You know what I'm saying? But I do have a question about that 1-year-old. But we can get to that at some point. But I love this for her. And we can talk about it. What do y'all think? It's your girl Millie Chan. Bye. Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chan. Let's get into Watch What Happens Live. Because as we have watched Drew and Ralph on the Housewives in this last episode, baby, on this Watch What Happens Live, we can kind of feel the direction that they're going in. Let's get into it. So Preston is on here from Summer House Martha's Vineyard, right? They had panned to the audience with Nick and Jordan, and sitting next to Nick is Drew's mother. And I know she's there for support of her daughter. Because, baby, Andy had got into a line of questioning, and the answers were so low, I had to turn my TV up to 60 to hear her answers. Let's get into that. I think that was hard for Drew's sister to come in and see Drew working without her. Allison had a mental break. And I think that could have been a little insensitive for Drew to have her there to watch her in that capacity, knowing her sister knows that she had nothing to do with it. She could have easily, because she was very emotional, she could have easily had just gone down that road again. You understand what I'm saying? So Drew said that she and Ralph were not in a race to go file for divorce. But she said that she filed because at that point, enough was enough. She said once he got wind of it, then he went on down there, and that's when it became, let me get this done. So he asked her what was the straw that broke the camel's back because of the Tampa and all the allegations. She said it was a culmination of everything. Then she said, you know, her parents had been married for 60 years and she wanted that. But she said what really got it was the public humiliation. She kind of said that kind of low. He asked her how was their communication, her and Ralph. She said real low that they don't communicate. It's non-existent. But she said they do talk about the children. So when Andy asked her, was the things that her sister had felt about Ralph accurate, she just shook her head and she never said a word. And she just looks really sad. So then he asked her about Josiah, and she said it's in the petition that he never tried to adopt him. And then he asked, was he unfaithful? Hold on. He asked about Josiah, and she said it's in the petition that he did not try to adopt Josiah. And then he said, looking back, was he faithful? She said very low that that was not the case. So Tampa, what was going on in Tampa? Then she went on to explain about using the word that they don't use in Chicago because it can trigger someone. She talked about words you could use, and that was about it. So it's your girl Millie Chung, and we could talk about this too because it was tough. Talk to y'all later.